Tour of Lights?
7 o'clock.
I just went and dug up 2 gift cards.
All right, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the Brimfield Township Board of Trustees meeting to order. Roll call for attendance, please.
Kevin?
Here.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Here.
All right, we have a quorum.
All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of prayer or meditation. Thank you. All right, do we have any announcements or correspondences? All right. Hearing none, we have no scheduled meeting guests today, but we do have meeting minutes from our 5/4/2026 regular meeting. I'll entertain a motion to accept those meeting minutes as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any changes or additions to the meeting minutes?
No.
Hearing none, roll call for acceptance.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Meeting minutes approved.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, motion and second. Is there any changes or amendments to the agenda?
Yeah.
Well, it's cemetery deed.
All right, we have a cemetery deed, so that'll be under cemetery, new business number 1. One deed to accept. All right, other changes?
I have 2 donations for holiday lights.
All right, holiday light donations, we can put that under administration. We'll go with new business number 2. Or, sorry, new business board approval, so it'd be number 1, board approval 1, donations. All right. Any other changes? All right, hearing none, we have a motion and a second on the floor for the acceptance of the agenda with the amendments of donations, holiday lights under administration, new business board approval, and under cemetery, new business, 1 deed to accept. Any other amendments or motions? Roll call for acceptance?
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Approved.
All right. Next, we have purchase orders. Entertain a motion to accept purchase orders as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any questions on the purchase orders?
No.
All right. Hearing none, roll call to accept.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Purchase orders accepted.
All right. Entertain a motion to accept warrants as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion on warrants. I think we do have, I have one warrant I wanted to discuss for J&J Plumbing. There's a warrant that I think we should hold until we have further updates from them. There was a hot top water tank replacement done for the road department on an emergency PO. The purchase of that and installation cost was $4,500. Looking at the cost of that hot water tank, I don't have the exact check in front of me, but the hot water tank was around $2,500. It looks like online it's $600 or $700. So I think we need to go back and have a conversation with J&J before we send that check forward.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
And so I'd like to have that as part of that motion, that we will pull that check for the next meeting. Any other questions on warrants?
No.
All right, hearing none. Acceptance of all warrants with the exception of J&J Plumbing.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, roll call.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. We'll now move into public comments. We do ask that you sign in before you speak and that you step up to the lectern so everyone can hear you. We do give you 3 minutes. There'll be a timer on the screen, and we do thank you for being here with us today. Looks like we have a Lee Giddon. Go ahead, you can step up to the podium. Floor is yours for 3 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the Board of Trustees of Brimfield. My name is Lee Giddon. I am the founder, president, and CEO of Alpha 11 Veteran Logistics. I'm here tonight as part of the Talmadge.
Could you move the microphone over closer to your mouth?
I live in Talmadge, but I'm actually a member, live in the Portage County area of Talmadge. My wife and I formed Alpha 11 Veteran Logistics to help veterans get their benefits and some trainings and learning for our community. This is not working too good for me. I'll back up. We work to advocate with legislators to help with bills and legislation to help with further dependents and not hinder them. Teach our community about military honors, certain days that are recognized, and help our comrades lay to rest with military honors. We teach patriotism. Patriotism is not in the blood, it is taught. We currently are a member of the Talmadge curriculum twice a year. We're made good strides in our first year and a half, and we're ready to make our next step. What I'm here tonight for is to respectfully ask Brimfield to let us hold a public ceremony on the 3rd Friday of September, which is National POW MIA Day. There are no communities in the area that are actually performing a celebration for that or remembrance, and I would like our community to be the first ones in the area to show this. Alpha 11 has all the equipment to do so. We just need a public standing to take place for this ceremony. We would build the battlefield cross, build the POW table, and describe it to everybody along with the flag. We would play taps and have a rifle volley all at the same time, and have a speaker also on the topic of POW MIA. Having this ceremony in Brimfield would do two things. It would let us do 4 of our 5 core values for Alpha 11, and it would bring Talmadge to show their support for veterans and their families and their community. Thank you for the consideration of hopefully letting us get to the community and have a public forum to do so. And as a 501c3, we would love to help Brimfield help veterans in the community at any time they need assistance. Thank you.
Thank you. Just one quick question, Lee. Is this phone number that you're on here the best contact so we can follow up with you?
Yes, and I'm going to leave some brochures and business. I'm going to leave some brochures and business cards with you, and you guys can call me anytime. That is my cell number. It's always on me.
All right, thank you. All right, last call for public comments. Okay. Hearing none, we'll move into safety concerns. Any noted safety concerns for today?
I have one down on, was it Country View?
Country View, okay.
I think it is Country View down here, Country Line, Country,
Country View, I believe it is.
yeah. Went down there and looked at that ditch problem. There's about a 4-foot hole.
Right.
I'm sorry, did you say something too? Oh, anyhow, there's about a 4-foot hole, open culvert. Big old boulders are falling in. Somebody needs to address it because a kid, a cat, a dog is going to end up in that hole and it's not coming back. So I know Dave's not here, but it needs addressed.
I think that's, I was looking up the map. It's Countryside Drive.
Countryside. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
At the same property that we're having the ditch issue.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll follow up with Dave when he returns.
Yep.
Any other safety concerns? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move into the business portion of our meeting. We'll start with our police department. Chief, floor is yours.
All right, old business. The State Highway Patrol conducted our in-person leads audit last week, and we are good. We've passed. We'll have some virtual email audits, but our in-person is done. It's good, and it's basically making sure that we're conforming to all the rules and regulation for protected information, that we're following all the training standards, and we got our blessing on that, so we're good. We held a OVI checkpoint on Thursday night of last week with the State Highway Patrol, and the stats coming out of that, there were 585 cars that went through the diversion area. Only 4 cars were diverted. So only 4 cars were suspected of being operating under the influence. Saturation patrol was conducted by both Brimfield and State Highway Patrol. During that time frame of between 8 p.m. and midnight, there were 35 traffic stops. From the checkpoint itself, we only had 2 OVIs. There was 1 crash in the checkpoint area that resulted in an OVI arrest. There were 4 citations and 1 arrest for a warrant. So that number of only 4 cars being diverted is amazing, because back when I actually worked the road and worked these, we would divert 60, 70 cars, and we'd have 20 arrests. So I guess we can thank ride sharing, because DUIs are way down, which is a good thing. So those were the stats coming out of that, and only 4 people were diverted, so only 4 people had to have some time taken away from them. For old business of board approval, we talked about canine unit donations a while back. We have received 3 new donations, $100 from Mickey and Gretchen Julie, and $100 from Leslie Fox, and a $500 gift card from Walmart, asking the board for approval to accept these donations to the canine unit.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the 3 note donations to the K-9 unit. Motion?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll make a second for that. Are you issuing the thank you letters for these then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any questions on the donation? All right. Roll call to accept the donations?
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
All right, donations accepted.
All right, new business. We are going to participate in the Brimfield Community Cupboard Bike Rodeo on June 13th. You'll have an officer or 2 there for the duration, which I believe is 10 to 1. Also new business, we have found a way to host safety school this year. I know that we originally were going to cancel safety school because of no parks and recreation, but we are going to get it together. We're still working on it. We have a very late start to doing it, but we will have safety school August 19th, 20th, and 21st. We've pushed it back a little bit, and we will be back at Victory Baptist Temple. Same place we've always held it. Again, we're still working out the details of it.
Do you have, so no registration information out yet at this point?
Registration is out. We have sent it to the schools before school year's over, so we can, that's how we usually disseminate it. And we'll be posting it on Facebook tomorrow. I want to let the board know first that we do have dates locked in.
Okay. Yeah, just so we can get it out to the new incoming students. Thank you.
For board approval, since we are going to be helping out with the bike rodeo, I would ask the board for approval that we donate $3,000, up to $3,000, to the Brimfield Community Cupboard to pay for the ice cream truck at the rodeo. Well, we do not have the current pricing yet, because we don't know how much ice cream is going to be sold, but we're going to use our community policing funds, so this is all donations made to the department for community policing events, and we would like to donate $3,000 and sponsor the ice cream truck for the bike rodeo.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the $3,000 donation from the Community Policing Fund to sponsor the ice cream truck.
So moved.
Second.
All right, so from a discussion standpoint, so this is not taxpayer dollars, this is donations, and it's a separate fund line item that the police department uses.
Correct, this is from our community policing donations fund, it's not tax dollars at all.
Okay. From a fiscal standpoint, Jasmine, any concerns?
No.
And just for clarity, that's up to 3,000. That doesn't mean that's what it's costing.
Up to $3,000.
Right.
It depends on people come to the rodeo and how much ice cream they eat.
Okay. All right.
And the last thing I have going along with the bike rodeo.
Hang on, we still got to vote on that one.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Any other questions?
So this community policing funding is money that is coming from donations from, and this little pot builds and builds and builds, right?
Yes.
Is that how we see that?
It's been building for years and years. We get a lot of generous donations from the public that goes to Shop with the Cop or any of the holiday events we have, and Walmart very generously gives us a grant every year for about $5,000. So we have a lot of donations in there, and this is a good way to spend some of those donations.
Yeah, I just wanted a better explanation so everybody could understand where that funding was coming from. I think it's a great program.
Yep, it's Brimfield residents, Brimfield businesses. Every year around Christmas time, we send out letters saying it's that time of year, and a lot of people contribute. We just happen to have extra money to be able to sponsor this, and that's a good way to spend it.
Other questions? All right, hearing none, roll call to accept that?
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, and the last thing with the bike rodeo, I have met with Dan Mars, who's heading the bike rodeo up, and we've talked about a couple possible locations. He did get approval from Field Local Schools to use the elementary school parking lot. We want to try and simulate a road and give them a real road and a real stop sign. So I just figured I'd ask the board for approval, so it's legit that we close Falcon Drive for those 3 hours, just the section between Kelso and halfway up the parking lot. So not anything coming off 43. So want to give them an area to come up to that stop sign and then go into that parking lot, turn around and come back, and they can work on safety and proper bike riding around roads. So I'll be asking the board to approve closing that portion of Falcon Drive just for that 10 to 1 time period, and if Dave and the road crew will be available to just put up some road close signs for us.
So where's that gonna run from again?
So the intersection of Kelso and Falcon, right where the medical building is,
Okay, so we'll close it there.
and then we'll go all the way to that stop sign going towards the school.
Okay,
And then if you were to make a left and go around by the Kelso house, just like halfway up, before you actually get to any of the entrances into the parking lot.
okay. Is it gonna have any impact on the drug marts?
There shouldn't be any drug mart traffic back there. If there is, they're gonna be doing a U-turn.
Okay.
They would have been doing a U-turn either way.
'Cause I think they have that truck loading, unloading somewhere over there, don't they?
Shouldn't be back where we're gonna be.
Okay.
They
I just
come-
wanna make sure if we just need to let them know, is all I'm getting at.
Yeah, I'll double check, but their docks are on the other side of the building, so they should be going behind the building and pulling up front and backing in, but this
Okay.
will be all on the school's property.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to close Falcon Drive on 6/13/2026 from, we'll call it 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Sounds good.
I'll make that motion.
Second, I'll second that.
I'm good, just make sure you check with Drug Mart, make sure there's no impact there, and let
Okay.
them know what's happening
All right.
beforehand. All right, roll call.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes,
Nick,
Yes.
motion passes.
And that's all I have.
All right, any questions for Police Department today? Okay, hearing none, we'll move into Fire Department.
Okay, thank you. For fire department, I have no old business, it's all new business and updates. Number one, entry-level firefighter, the conditional offer was given and accepted by Nick Creston. He is in the process of getting the background check and drug screen in. I was working with Roy on that, so he's aware of that. Tuesday will be our in-house class for a paramedic refresher, so the back parking lot will be pretty full. If you're just wondering why there's so many cars, that will be an in-house portion for us.
so that'll be tomorrow?
That will be tomorrow. Pump testing for fire trucks will be on Wednesday and Thursday, so again, if you see trucks going towards Suffield, we're just down there pump testing, nothing concerning going on for that. And then last Memorial Day, we'll have our two trucks parked as normal out on 43, and firefighters will be at the Memorial Day celebration, pending calls. If we got calls, we might not be there, but we should be. So that's all I have.
All right, any questions for Fire?
Yeah, Craig, have you
Yeah.
heard anything about the truck? They were checking into some other options to
No,
repair it?
I contacted them 2 more times and still am waiting.
Okay.
So, I
They said they
don't
were
really-
working on a couple other options for us.
Yeah, I'm thinking that in the end, a new pump might be the best way to go. I think that's gonna be most cost effective, but I can't say that until I get his quote
Yeah.
back.
You did get that quote from the new
Yeah.
pump, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but, all the costs right now are, too big for us, so we'll just have to keep working on the other things that we got in place and go from there, but to
Okay.
answer your question, no, I don't have anything.
Okay.
Other questions for Fire? Thank you. Hearing none, we'll move into administration. Under administration, we'll start with touch truck. Any updates, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm working on a couple of things. I'll bring it to the board next meeting. I'm trying to get some interesting things for, that aren't usually involved, so I'll let you know when I can confirm that they're gonna show up.
Do we have a list of everybody who has committed yet?
I have a list of the food trucks, and I have, roads and fire said they'd be there. Roy had said he was working on, or he got somebody to agree to bring Metro.
Okay, be a Metro spot.
Yeah.
All right. All right, when Roy gets back, we'll have him put together a share folder for us, because we still need to reach out to people like Portage County Engineers, because they might come. We can reach out to Portage County Recycling, they might come. Solid Waste, sometimes we bring out like their back truck, so they could come. So there's a whole list that we can still
Sure.
go through to get some more.
Yeah.
And I can make some of those phone calls. I just didn't want to double call somebody.
Right. No, that's good.
Okay. County vehicles.
Well, I'll have an update to us next meeting.
Okay, perfect. Property tax payment, that is sitting with the state of Ohio. Jasmine, have you heard anything back yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I mean, well, they did send a letter stating that they received the documents, but no official,
Yeah,
other than that.
but at least they received it, so
Yes.
one step closer. Okay. Field rentals is still an ongoing thing. We do have a couple baseball rentals going right now. We have it scheduled. They've been updated on the calendar, so now we have a calendar app that they can utilize for those game rentals on the weekends. So that's up on our website. Road Department seasonal maintenance worker position. We do have a conditional offer of employment extended to the candidate pending background check. So we should have an update at the next meeting for that. And then we had our Sioux Fields cleanup day. Kevin, you have some updates on that?
Well, you know, Scott and I worked on this together, and I did hot dogs and popcorn, and it went over really well, and it was good. Some of those men ate 2 hot dogs. So we did. We enjoyed meeting a lot of new people, and I told Scott that I would like for him to go ahead and tell you all about it.
Well, you have this, the number of people that visited, 67-ish,
61.
61?
61 big trucks of junk.
Uh,
Good.
The scrap returned a check to us for $378, and we received a donation for the other 172 to pay for the trash container, so that cleanup day cost the township $0.
Didn't cost us any, and the hot dogs were free.
Right.
Isn't that great? All meat went. I told him there were no chicken lips in those hot dogs, and we had a real nice time.
We recycled, I believe it was 7 propane tanks.
Right.
I think there was 6 batteries,
Yeah.
and I think there was about 4,000 pounds of scrap collected. So it turned out good. I've got some ideas to inform the public, because I don't think a lot of people knew what was going on. So we'll work on that for next year to make it even better. I would like to donate this to the township.
Thank you very much.
So we'll
And,
entertain a motion to accept the $500 worth of donation.
It's $550, but
Or $550.
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that. Any discussion on the donation? All right, we'll send thank you letters to both of those. Upon acceptance. Jasmine, roll call.
Oh, do you want to say, we need to let the people know the gentleman's name that took this off.
Jason Sylvius and his family donated $378.
Yeah, that was great that he was willing to do that.
The other one will stay anonymous.
Okay.
All right, Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
all right, motion passed.
It was a great day. About, what was it, about 11 o'clock? We had to bring road crew in to smash it down because the
Yeah.
dumpsters.
It was both of them. Both of them had to be smashed down and squished back. It was good.
All right, well, good job. Thank you to UC and Kevin. We have a board approval. We have an agreement with 21st Century Energy Group for Brimfield Township to provide propane services. Do you have that contract today?
Well, we do, but there is a couple things we need to discuss.
Okay.
So they gave us 2 options. Originally, they agreed to $1.69 a gallon for 24 months. They have kind of backpedaled on that. They want to do the 169 for 12 months, no extra fees. They kind of pulled back on the 24-month agreement to 12 months, which is fine. I'm okay with that. They said if we wanted to go 24 months, their option was to do a 69 cents above Bellevue price. And in the last 30 years, the price of propane on Bellevue, the average price, is about $1.20. But in the last 30 years, the highest it's ever been is $1.46. I don't know if I want to do that variable.
Yeah, I think that puts us in a position of a lot of risk depending on how the market reacts to things.
Right.
I think it's a little volatile right now.
Yes.
Do we have an opt-out clause with the 12 months, or are we locked in? Meaning, if
We
see
could
the
buy out
market-
at $3,000 to buy out, but I don't know why we would at $1.69.
Right. Just if we saw a better long-term investment,
I
if we
don't,
saw the market get ready to take off, but there isn't now, but it's 3,000.
yeah.
Well, now, how much do we pay for a gallon of propane now, or however you get it?
$5.96 is what we paid last month.
$5.96
Yeah.
a gallon. Well, then, okay. That's a good difference.
So do we want to, I mean,
I think we lock in at 12 months. I don't like a variable rate just because
Right.
we don't know what the market's going to do.
well, here's, I mean, if you want to see that, that's what the market's done for the last 30 years. But I'm with you. It's not my money. If it was my money, I'd do the variable, but it's not, so.
I think the least risky piece is to
We can
lock
renew
in
it.
for 12 months.
We can renew in 12 months.
Yeah, that would be my recommendation.
Mine too.
Okay.
So we have a option of $1.69 per gallon, no delivery fees, no tank rentals, no other things for 12 months. That's July 1st to 26th till June 30th of 27. So that gets us out of the cold heating season, and we can renegotiate then.
Okay, and our current contract, there's no out clause that we need to worry about?
I have called AmeriGas and stopped the automatic deliveries.
Okay.
So right now, we're just on call, so like whenever we need it to. So I will call them and verify.
If we were, are we renting the tanks from AmeriGas?
No.
They're
No.
ours.
No, they're theirs.
They're theirs?
Mhm.
Okay. I just want to make sure there's no fees tied to AmeriGas. This would be the question. And that's it.
Well,
Okay.
at $5 a gallon, we can't afford not to get out of it, so.
Right.
So I can reach out to see if there is any kind of.
They're gonna say there is,
But we're gonna see how much,
yeah.
rather.
So let's do this. I would be comfortable with accepting the agreement as presented. But have Jasmine hold the agreement until she gets the out from the
Okay.
AmeriGas. That way, if there's a substantial cost, Jasmine, you can bring it back to us, and then we can readdress it at that point. But that also gives Jasmine the flexibility to finalize the agreement so that we can keep that $1.69 so the price doesn't go up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
So we'll entertain a motion to accept a agreement with 21st Century Energy Group for Brimfield Township to provide propane services starting July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2027, with the approval of the cancellation from AmeriGas.
Okay.
So, need a-
I'll make that motion.
Second.
okay, any discussion on that motion and second? If not, roll call?
All right. Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passes.
It's going to move us into new business. The first thing we have is a website preview from Joe. So
Okay.
we're getting, this is the updated website with the new provider, correct?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is not maximizing. That is,
That's a nice gazebo. Do you all realize that that gazebo is not really a gazebo? That is the original top. There was this thing in the park way, way back, and there was an oompa band, and underneath, like the German people, it was an oompa band on the top, and they would have big parties on the corner. Yes, Chick? Chick was there, he knows.
okay, I'm not sure. So,
That's a little bit of Kelso House history behind all that. Yeah, the town hall was big house, great big two-story farmhouse was a town hall. Yeah, okay.
All right,
Go
Joe,
ahead.
tell us about the website. Where we're at.
So as I mentioned when we started this, this is a probably one of the fastest web development turnarounds I've seen. I've never seen a website or a company commit to a 3-month turnaround on a new website. Usually this would be a year-long project. So to speed up the process, I did not ask them to reinvent the wheel. It's just to recreate the existing site. So we can just speed up the development process, and then once it's turned over to me, I can then make tweaks to it, and we can update it how we see fit. So what they've done is an amazing job of recreating the existing site inside of their platform. It is probably about 90% functional right now. They are on track to get it finished by the end of the year, end of the month for us to go live. So I'll be having a review with them here in the next week to go over some things, double check that we're all good, and we're on target for this to launch at the end of the month, which puts us right where we want to be to cancel our contract with Civic Plus. So the site is mostly done. There's a few of the deeper pieces that aren't complete, but it is a reconstruction of the existing site for the most part. So we still have the ability when we switch over to police that it now switches to the police badging like our current site. The menu switches for the police department, so we kept the same functionality between the township page and the police department page. So we don't have any issue. We should not have any issues there. All the functionality that I think that's again important, which is our calendar, which is our agendas and minutes. We were able to maintain. It's a little slow because it's a test site. Come on. So the agendas and minutes are broken out by the different boards, and then you can drill into the year. The year, and you'll see the minute, the agenda, and then the link to the YouTube page.
And this has been set up to function on a cell phone then also, so it'll switch to a mobile app layout?
Yes, I'll verify that, but yeah, it should switch from a desktop to a mobile app also.
Okay, thank you.
But other than that, it's we're right where we should be.
All right. What questions do we have on the website?
I think Joe's done a great job of updating it and making us look like we're alive. I appreciate that. It's really good pictures and makes us look great. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I recognize that I'm gonna spend most of next month updating it and, making it more current. I know there's some changes that people have asked me to make. I've been kind of trying not to make changes to the existing site since I'm gonna have to make it on this one. I know I've gotten some feedback. People don't like the turtle down here. There it is. So I'm gonna get rid of the turtle. But other than that, I mean, as I said, I'm very pleased with the new company. They've been able to recreate our site in a record amount of time. I've never worked with a web developer that's as quick as these people have been. Very, very great company.
Were they able to keep the Facebook widget in there then also?
Yes, the Facebook widget is right here.
Functional, okay.
Yep. So you'll have the township widget, and you have the police department widget, and then on the police department version, they just have their own. But on the township side, you can switch between seeing the township's Facebook, or from the township page, you can see police. But police also has their same widget. Yep, right here. So you still have the Facebook widget for police.
Okay.
I think we're right exactly where we want to be. I'm sure there's going to be some bumps, when we go live, but the core functionality, the agendas, the minutes, the calendar, that all seems to be there.
What is the anticipated cutover date?
Well, I mean, probably, the 30th is when it needs to go live by for Civic Plus.
Okay.
Maybe, I'll have to look to see when.
You said June 30th?
No,
May.
30th of this month.
May 30th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you going to put my picture on that?
Well, yeah, we still have the,
I want my
the,
picture on there somewhere.
where is it then? You guys, there it is, Board of Trustees. Yeah, you still have your pre-picture. I did notice that it needs,
Oh, there it is, okay.
we still have you guys.
I'm just giving you a rough way to go. Thank you so much, though, for your work.
I think we're good. You know,
Any questions from the department heads on the website? Board, any additional questions?
No, I think it's,
Looks like a $14,000 website for
It does.
$3,500.
yep.
yes, exactly. We're doing good, I think.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for the update. All right, if there's no more questions on the website, we'll move into, we do have a board approval for donations of holiday lights.
Yeah, I've got second and third place. I guess we couldn't find the donations to pass out for the winners.
Yeah, we have, Roy was looking into it, I haven't heard back from him, so. You got it now?
I've got 2 here.
All right.
Would you like to accept them?
Yep, we'll
Okay.
make a motion to accept the holiday light first, or second and third place
So,
winners.
so moved.
All right,
Second.
Okay. Any questions? All right, roll call for acceptance?
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right, we'll get those handed out this week.
And whoever the winners were, we're sorry it took so long. Christmas in June.
Should have waited another month and done Christmas in July.
All right, any other stuff under administration? Okay, hearing none, we'll move into zoning and economic.
Okay, Mr. Ladd is not with us tonight, and so there's no old business, and there's nothing for board approval, but we do have some new business. I have three items here. There is a LifeWise Academy is moving into Brimfield Plaza. And Nick, would you want to explain to people what LifeWise Academy does?
Yeah, so LifeWise Academy is a elementary school outreach program for Christians. They work with local school districts, and they offer a lunchtime Bible study for kids to go to. It has to be approved by their parents. They transport them off-site for the education during their lunch break, and then they bring them back to the school. LifeWise has been operating in the United States for a while. There's locations all over. The Brimfield Suffield one has been growing. I know that they've been doing a lot of work, and they're working with our local churches who have provided busing and staffing to help with this. And as they grow, I know they've been looking for a more foundational place to hold their office at. So it sounds like they're moving to Brimfield
That's
Plaza.
good. That's
It's
good.
not, no tax dollars involved in that. This is all a self-funded program. They raise money to do this. They put up postings and see what kids want to be involved in. They use their lunch break for that outreach.
Okay. And number 2, there is a new dance studio will also be opening in Brimfield Plaza, and that's okay. And then there is a lot split for 7 Brew has been approved, and 7 Brew is going to be built up west of Aldi's in that big open spot there. So I don't know how big it's going to be, but they will be coming there. And let's see, we don't need any board approval for anything. And that concludes my report.
That'll move us right into the road
Hey,
department.
hey, Nick, can
Yeah.
go we back up to admin for a second?
Yeah,
I
sure.
I forgot to talk to Joe about the community center.
Okay.
Do we need to make an
We're
adjustment?
just discussing, no amendment to the agenda. If you have something that needs voted on, then we can amend the agenda.
No, I just wanted to discuss about it.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Okay.
You're in charge of the community center, right, or the rentals?
I'm helping with the existing rentals that were made before the Parks Department was,
Are we doing any weekend rentals?
that there are weekend rentals that were already booked.
But I mean additional, or these are just the permanent?
These are rentals that were already booked or nonprofits that have repeating rentals. We have not accepted any new rentals since Cassie left.
I guess I'm asking, I know you're kind of overwhelmed with it, or I mean, it's not really your thing, you're just helping out. But if there's openings on like a Saturday or a Sunday, one day a week, and could you set that up, take the deposit, handle all of the rental part? And I know you don't want to be on call on the weekend. If I offered to do the emergency phone call, I'll handle if there's a problem.
I think we can make that work. I've had a discussion with Nick about making it so that we do credit card only and get rid of the cash and check. That might make it a little bit easier, because then we can just do the rentals via the website. We have a website that already handles like a self-service rental process, where it automatically books the community center and takes the payment. So we could, if we turn that feature on, I think we could make it work. I think
Well,
that's something that.
I know you need to inspect it before they take over and inspect it afterwards, but if there was nothing, just a Saturday, it could sit till Monday to have your inspection.
So we would do, I think what you're asking, Kevin, is can we just do one rental per weekend right now?
Right.
To open it up. And we had talked about it, I think it's gonna take a little behind the scenes work with Joe and Roy, but my idea was, there was a couple barriers that we ran into. One was the emergency calls, because it never fails on the weekend. That's when the power goes out, or the breaker trips, or the doors won't unlock, whatever that is. The other issue was the multiple layers of the rental. The way Cassie did it, you would go online, you'd place a rental, and then she would reach out to you and say, here's the rental agreement, complete this and submit it back to me. And then, oh, you want to have alcohol, so now you got to call Chris's department and get an approval to get an officer over there. So we said, can we streamline that? And the vision was, you do the rental, when you do the online reservation, it gives you our rental agreement and you electronically sign for it. So you don't have to do the paperwork then. We make it a non-alcoholic rental location. So we
Right.
cut out the law enforcement piece to that. Hopefully, Chris, you'd be okay if we went that route, to say no alcohol there.
I'm okay with it. The cops that get to work the side job might.
I think we've only had like one or two the entire time over there.
If it's last minute, it's hard to fill anyway, so.
Yeah, so for the time being, if we could cut out and make it a non-alcoholic rental, that eliminates that, and then we get away from checks, and we go only to credit card payments, and then they pay online, then that eliminates the back and forth. So now we're just essentially dealing with what you're talking about, the emergency response. The
Well-
question becomes, there's one other hiccup that would exist, which would be a question for Jasmine, is we have to get a deposit. Is it gonna be a problem for your department to continually refund those deposits, or is there a way to hold the credit card charge and not charge it and then release it? Could there be a way to not create too much work on your side?
It is possible. I would have to look into the software that takes the deposit to see if there is an option to hold and then release.
Okay, because I'm just trying to think of money in, money out becomes
Right.
complicated sometimes. Is there a way we could just hold deposit?
Right.
Right, like a hotel does?
Mm-hmm.
And then once the rental's done, if everything's good, we release it. If it's not, then the money transfers it.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
So we had talked about streamlining it. The only hiccup is what you're talking about was who's gonna cover weekends if there's,
Well, I'm willing to cover the weekends for emergency one day. I mean, if it's just a Sunday, that's fine, or if it's just a Saturday, that's fine. Whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna go in there and clean up after them, and I'm not doing all that, but for an emergency contact, if we can open that back up to rentals, I will be the emergency contact.
Okay, I think we can make this work.
Okay.
so I would suggest that Joe put it all together in a plan and show us what it looks like on the website and make sure all those functions work with Jasmine. Then bring it back to the next board meeting, and then essentially we could open it up at the next board meeting.
Yeah. At least that's
Yeah,
a few days, a month.
yeah, I think we can make it work.
Or is it is it mostly booked already on the weekends?
No,
Okay.
there's,
Okay.
We're probably starting to run out of rentals because they had to book a year out in
Correct.
advance.
Correct.
So those weekends would usually fill up quickly. Now we're getting to that point where we're running out of those rentals.
Okay.
That'd be good to be able to open it up again.
So Joe, put together the full proposal based on what you and I talked about.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring it back to the board to vote on, because there's gonna be some process changes then, right? Like,
That's
we're
fine.
gonna change how we do the contract, we'll change how we do, fees. And then Jasmine, I guess you and Kirsten can follow up with Joe to see how we want to handle the deposits, if we want to do the in and out of the account, or if there's a hold option.
Yeah, that's fine, okay.
And then we can have a full plan at the next meeting, and essentially we can start opening the reservations after next
Okay.
meeting. My recommendation would be June 1st to open them, because that allows the new website to go live in case there's any hiccups there. We're not trying to turn it on and everything crashes at once.
It's fine. Whatever it is.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good?
Yes,
So you get that to us the next meeting then?
yes.
All right. Perfect.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
I
It's a
forgot
good
to-
discussion.
Oh, good, okay.
All right, anything else under admin? If not, we'll hop into the road department. Kevin, you want to kind of give us a little update on some of those pieces there?
Yeah, so I met with Mike Tinwin and out on Malloy Road, and he's 100% saying that the township is responsible for that culvert. He is also sending a letter to Dave, I think her name is Kelly, that at the county engineer's office, basically saying that they want it done sooner than later.
Who all was at the meeting? Mike Tinley, because he's a commissioner, but was anybody from the engineer's office there?
He took pictures, and I believe, I don't know who came out, but he did have people from the county out there looking at it.
Okay.
And so I don't know if Dave got his letter from the county yet, but they said they want it done.
So the letter's gonna have to come from the county engineer.
Yeah, I think her name's Kelly.
So that's probably the secretary. It's gonna have to
Yes.
come from the actual engineer, so I'll have to take a look at it. And maybe he took a look at it from Tinlin's photos. Just they're separate divisions, separate elected officials, so he can refer it over. It's gonna be our engineer that's gonna have to do the work.
Right. But I'd like to make a motion that Dave get something put together, come back to us in 30 days with a proposed, how he's gonna handle it, what he's gonna do.
Alright, so you have a motion for an action plan from road department and county engineer due in 30 days.
Yes,
Okay. All right, so we'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, so the motion is requiring Dave to work with the county engineer and both parties to come together within 30 days from this meeting to provide us with an action plan of the next steps
Yeah, for the Malloy Road culvert.
for the Malloy Road culvert.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions on that? All right, hearing none, roll call.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay.
The next issue we have is, was it Country View? Keep forgetting the name of that road.
Countryside.
Countryside.
Yeah, the countryside one that I sent them to.
I'd also like to make a motion that Dave bring us back some kind of resolution as to what he's gonna do down there within the next 30 days.
All right, so we're gonna need, it's not on the agenda, so let's do this. Let's make a motion, I'll entertain a motion to amend the agenda to add under road department, new business number 2, Countryside Drive ditch.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to amend the agenda. Roll call for acceptance?
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, agenda amended.
All right, now with the amended agenda, we can move forward with the motion. All right, so now I'll entertain a motion for the development of an action plan for the Countryside Drive ditch replacement. to be
Repair.
Repair to be submitted within 30 days of this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right, motion is second. This is an ongoing ditch issue. The resident reached out to me. We've been going back and forth with the road department and this resident. We're pushing over 1,000 days since the road department has taken action on
And,
this.
and that is where that 4-foot hole in the open culvert, something's gotta be done. Nobody should have to live with that. It's right at the end of our driveway.
Yeah, I know. I've been sent to the road department multiple times in the liaison, and we've asked for changes. We've been told the changes were gonna happen multiple times. And that's what triggered this, was she asked again, it was supposed to have been done at the beginning of this month, and there's still been no action. I think she said 1,095 days since she's filed the first complaint.
Is there any kind of a screen or anything put
Nope.
over that hole?
No, I'm telling you, a dog could walk down in there, never get come back out.
Oh.
It's huge. It's gotta be, I don't know, 24, 30-inch piece of pipe, and the hole's 4 foot deep.
It continues to get worse. It was not that bad a year ago. It just continues to erode away.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Well, that really is a super safety issue.
so we got a motion and a second for an action plan to be brought to this board within 30 days. Any other discussion?
No.
All right, roll call.
Kevin?
Yes,
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passes.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, under old business, they are continuing to work on the cemetery to get ready for Memorial Day. Ditch work continues over on Howe Road. They are working on some stuff, it looks like, on Buckeye Boulevard and Willow Brook Drive. I also think there's been a lot of questions about roads and our road maintenance program. I'd like to work with Roy and Dave to put together a map of what we've done over the past 5 years. And then based off of that map, get a projection of what we're looking at in the next 2 to 3 years, just to be transparent with the public with here's where we are, here's what the funds allow, and then have a discussion about what changes we can make to maybe expedite some of those.
Okay, that's
So
good.
hopefully we
You
can bring that
bring
back
that.
in the next couple meetings here.
Okay.
All right. Anything
Okay.
else under road department?
Nope, all good here?
Here, no, we're going to cemetery. Sue, you got a deed?
We have one deed that needs to be signed.
So I'll entertain a motion to accept the deed as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Roll call for acceptance of the deed.
Kevin?
Yes,
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Anything else under cemetery, Sue?
No.
All right. Your Memorial Day event is coming up. We don't have it under cemetery, but we do have that on
Oh,
Memorial
Memorial
Day.
Day.
What time is it, 8 a.m.?
8 a.m. And Jenny has got the format all done. She's got all the people plugged in that are participating. And I think it's going to be a really good ceremony for the veterans. I would really like more people to come out at 8 o'clock. And then when that's over, they can go over to the Methodist Church, and the Lions Club is having a pancake breakfast at 9. And when that is over, you could go down to Suffield at 10 o'clock and go to the parade.
Our numbers were a little bit higher last year. I was happy, but I'd like to get the word out. So if you see your neighbors, let them know about the Memorial Day event at 8 a.m.
Oh, and bring a lawn chair. Bring your own lawn chair so you have a nice place to sit. We don't have enough chairs over there.
We keep it short. It's about 30 minutes.
does anybody know if anybody reached out to Suncrest to have that done, the cemetery mowed
I
for
know
Friday?
when Dave and I signed the contract with them, we talked about it, but we probably should send a reminder.
They were there
Okay.
today.
So they're gonna mow it today.
Yeah, they usually come out and just redo that front area where we do the
Well, I don't know that they'll show up next week.
right. Send a reminder. Okay. I'll have to reach out to Dave to have him do that reminder.
Okay.
Okay. Very
And
good.
there's also flags will be placed. Jendi will remember, but there is one flag that always ends up missing for some reason, so we go back through and make sure that one's there. So we'll have
Oh,
to-
yes, I remember that guy's name too.
Every year, somebody takes his flag, we don't know what's going on.
I'm sure I'm sure she or Dave would know that plot's name,
Yeah.
that nice veteran.
All right, we'll move into fiscal office then. Jasmine, you have some new business for us.
All right, Joe, can you bring up that graphic, that financial snapshot from April? I can start here, that's fine. So this is our cash fund balance at the end of April. As you can see, we are in a much better position than we were starting the year. General fund has stabilized. All of our main funds have stabilized. Fire has been stable. EMS, of course, we are keeping a close eye on that. It's not where we want to be, but we are keeping a close eye and looking at saving measures across the board. And once the website is up, I do plan on moving forward and putting these month-end reports on our website to make these more accessible to the public. Joe, can you pull up that graphic? The image. Yeah, thank you. So currently, just a quick financial snapshot for the end of April. 4.79 million year-to-date revenue has been received. Our current total cash balance is 4.24 million at the end of April. We have had 3.3 million year-to-date expenditures, so we are at 24.9%, which is good. So that means we are not outpacing our spending. We are on track and actually doing a little bit better. Didn't anticipate it. In major income sources, property taxes, JED distributions, and permissive sale taxes drive revenue. And just for our fund performance snapshot, special levy police, special levy fire, and general fund with their year-to-date expenditures compared to their total cash balance. But currently, we're still in our rocky space, but we're making some, I think, good progress as far as us working together as a board, finding ways to save, reduce costs. We still have some things that might leak through here and there, but that's to be anticipated. But I think overall, we're doing pretty good. For our second item, for new business, we do have a resolution for board approval. We have a resolution of declaration of official intent with respect to reimbursement of temporary advances made for capital expenditures to be made from subsequent borrowings. I'm going to hand this over to Nick so he can better explain.
All right. We are looking at a resolution in name only, a resolution of declaration of an official intent with respect to reimbursement of temporary advances made from capital expenditures to be made from subsequent borrowings. I'll entertain a motion for this, to accept this motion, this resolution, and then we can discuss.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion is second. So this resolution allows us to set a date, which would be effective today and 60 days prior to today, for us to recapture any of the costs that we need to expend related to contract work on the administration and the fire building. So any expenditures that we spent 60 days prior to this and moving forward, if we were to do an unvoted upon bond, meaning that we were to take a loan out to cover the differences, that loan can only cover the expenditures that still exist. So if we took the loan today, everything we spent 60 days prior couldn't be incorporated into that. Obviously, we're not in a position to do the loan today. We're still working through that. So all the expenditures that we continue to spend moving forward could not be captured into that loan in order for us to balance out the construction costs.
Okay.
This resolution allows us to, doesn't mean we have to, but it would allow us to capture any of those costs as part of that loan and that resolution, that settlement with Rycon. This would include anything spent out of the General Fund 1000 line, Fire Fund 2111, and EMS Fund 2191 pertaining to the construction project for fire admin building.
Okay.
So this was a recommendation from our council. Our council said this is something that we should have enacted. Honestly, we should have enacted this back in 2025 when we first started going down this path on the obtaining the loan. But that resolution was never enacted for some reason. It was never brought to the Board of Trustees. This does require unanimous support of this resolution, otherwise it could not go into effect. So one no vote does stop this resolution from happening per Ohio law. Once again, under recommendation, because this allows us to kind of blanket all those costs into a single payment, which then allows us to look at our options as we move forward. Once we have this resolution, and once we have an opinion from the Portage County Courts, then we can approach the lending firm. The lending firm would then let us know what our options are. This does not lock us into a legal agreement, legally binding loan. It's just giving us ability to capture more of those costs when we go to get that loan and meet with the banks. So that's my 30,000-foot overview. I will open it up to questions from the board.
So you're talking about expenses that we've already paid?
Yeah, so anything we've paid in the past 60 days on this building, so some of the costs we paid to Rycon, any of the repairs we've done that are related to this, we could roll those costs back into the loan and then reimburse those fund line items with that money. So that could be a way to help stabilize fire some as we make that payment then on the loan annually going forward. With that said, doesn't mean that we have to roll all those costs into it, right? Obviously, we want to be financially prudent with this. This will be a long discussion when we go to do the loan, but it gives us some leeway and leverage. Most municipalities would have enacted this resolution when they first started searching for the financial lending. Once again, this wasn't done back in 2025, so now we're doing it here in 26. So we can look back 60 days, and move forward with the loan for the next 18 months. So for example, if we're able to settle part of that construction cost with Rycon through the settlement offers that we've seen, then those costs could be rolled into this loan in the future. We pay it now, then it reimburses back to that account, and then we'll make the loan payment from there. We may find that we don't need to do that. Maybe the funds are stabilized enough and we don't need to, but this at least gives us that opportunity.
How do we come up with the 60 days?
The 60 days is by law.
By law?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's as far back as we can look.
Okay.
And that's why when I met with them at court 2 weeks ago, they said, hey, did you do this? And I said, I've never seen it. They reached out to Jasmine. We didn't see it there either. They said, we really should have enacted this in 25. Let us get you caught up. And so they drafted this for us last week. So the earliest we can look back is 60 days from the date of the passage of this.
But since by adopting this resolution then, we're not blocking us in or locking us into anything, but it's given us an open door of a little bit of a better, stronger base that we have to go by going through this, getting our general fund and our fire department and everything backed up to it.
Yeah, so it gives us more things that you could roll into a loan. Once again, you don't have to.
Okay.
This
And
is
then
not
we
a
don't-
loan. It's
Maybe
not a-
we
Right.
wouldn't even
Okay.
have to use it.
Yeah, we may look at Jasmine and she says, you know what, we just need to settle for X amount and everything else we spent, I'm not worried about recapturing the loan right now, it doesn't make sense. Let's just do it for the settlement. That's what we do. Or she may say, you know what, we need to stabilize in some areas and this is an opportunity for us to stabilize.
What does Jasmine say today?
It all depends on what we're settling, the dollar amount we're settling at, so I wouldn't have an opinion at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't know loan terms or anything like that yet, but this just, council's trying to give us an opportunity that we have some more leeway
Sure.
when we do that.
Okay.
Because they know the position that the township's in. And we've done a good job of cutting a lot of costs, but we're looking for all those options for stabilization.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to close any options. So, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any additional questions? Questions down there? All right, so we have a motion and a second on the floor for in-name only resolution of declaration of official intent with respect to reimbursement of temporary advances made from capital expenditures to be made from subsequent borrowings. Roll call for acceptance.
Kevin,
Yes.
Sue,
Yes.
Nick,
Yes.
all right, motion passes.
Jasmine, we'll need to get your signature on that, and then this needs to go over to our legal team.
Yeah, I have one right here. I'll get it over.
You have to put a resolution number on there too. So
Okay.
the person will have to get that and we can send it over. But it'll be effective today.
All right.
All right, questions for our fiscal officer? All right, we do have an executive session this evening. Before we go into that, though, we will move into our For the Good of Brimfield Township. We have started this as a new option for the public that wants to make any comments that we're willing to hear, and for the board to speak. For Lee, thank you for coming today. I know we met over at Digital Balloons. I know that Roy has your contact information, so we'll be reaching out to you to see if that's something we can coordinate with you.
You want me to use with you?
Yes, if you could, that would be great.
And then, if one of you guys can give me a call,
Yeah, it'll be Roy, our business administrator. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll hand this out there. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, my.
You as well.
So if you would like to speak, we'd ask that you come up, sign your name, phone number, address, and then we can give you 3 minutes. So we'll open up to the public for comments. No comments? All right, if not, I will move to convene into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22G, for the purposes of considering the following manner: to confer with counsel regarding pending court action. I need a second.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor for executive session. Roll call, please.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, in this executive session will be the 3 trustees, the fiscal officer, and our legal counsel will be on the phone. We can meet in the conference room.
accomplished.
All right, we are back from executive session at 8:35 PM. Based on our discussions in executive session, I'll entertain a motion to authorize a settlement with Rycon Construction in the amount of $30,000 regarding extended general condition cost concerning the Township USDA project.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All right, so we have a motion and a second on the floor to talk about a settlement agreement. This settlement letter deals with our change order delays and changes to scope by the township. We've been going back and forth with legal counsel and Rycon on this. We've been able to come to a settlement offer that council feels is best for us, and so does our project manager. This is the best settlement offer we're going to get, and I think it is a movement in the right direction into finalizing this project for us here with the admin and fire station. Any questions? Jasmine, we're good from a financial standpoint to make this payment?
Yes.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
Hearing none, we have a motion on the floor. I'll entertain a roll call for acceptance of the motion as presented.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, we do have the good of the order. Is there anything else for the good of the order tonight? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. Roll call.
Kevin?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Nick?
Yes.
Motion passed. Meeting adjourned at 8:37 PM.
Thank you.